everyone, and welcome back to Vampire The Masquerade Shadows of New York. So I actually went and checked, and we have like, what, 15? 16 nights and coteries of New York. We're at 7 now, so, well, almost half. Almost halfway. Unless there's more. Could always be more. But it really feels like this story just tossed us really deep into it. Way at the start. Compared to, like a lot of coteries was just, well, there was a lot of build up. Like, well, go talk to this person, build up your coterie. Then suddenly toss it to plot. Like a lot of filler stuff. This has filler stuff, but it's like one or two things, and then, well, you just toss back into it. Like, it's filler stuff, well, like filler stuff, and not plot filler stuff. There's a difference, and it's hard to explain, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, you're up early. Yeah, told you. Got work to do. Nice stretch. And that's Admiral. Reminds me of that one quote you always used to throw around. A lot of people say you can't smoke dope and get drunk when you got kids. That's not true. You can, but you still gotta get up in the morning. That's being responsible. And that's one. No one understood why we're so hilarious to you. And neither did I. Just after the mystery, I made it my personal credo. I'm a responsible person. Planning to have kids? And not millionaires. By the way, you've got mail. An envelope by the door is from Grader. Of course it is. There's a message saying you won't be able to make it tonight, but rendezvous tomorrow to meet D'Angelo. Wants me to lay low until then and to stay in this apartment possible. Well, that doesn't sound good. I have to lay low, and stay out of the way. I was figuring it would send me to go look into Tamika tonight than if we were looking into D'Angelo tomorrow, because so far he's investigated Agathon and Hope. Wouldn't make sense for us to go after the next on this. Alright, nobody knows who Tamika is. They know she's in trouble and he does want me near it. Great, super, wonderful. But what is it? Greater... Looks like no, it says to stay put. Looks like I need to go down its lead. Probably useless. Probably useless, but the investigation continues. Why are we investigating? We told us to stay put and do nothing. It'd be fun to spend more time together, Yeah, Kota, this is important to me. Told us to stay put and don't investigate. I know. I'd like to know I'm important to you. Oh no, not that. I choose between personal life and work. makes two of us. Not just a few more days that we'll find the Carol, kick his ass, get a promotion, and we'll do something we've never done before. Like, I don't know, Vampire cassettes. Can we still do that? Like what? Good question, I'll think of something. But now catch up with your work, I need to get going. But we don't. It specifically said. It wants me to lay low until then, and to stay in this apartment if possible. Fine, good luck, stay safe. You know, this place is real, and of course we're back here. This place is really empty tonight. Oh well, I have the usual. Brother, it's big. What are we doing in this relationship talking if we don't change my ways? No shit. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't happened already, but most of the time Dakota has seemed happy enough to just listen to the stories of my own life. Even if it's all boring and old to me, it's exciting and engrossing to her. That's how that going for me. Ah well. I have no idea what to do tonight, so I'll just do the obvious thing and wing it. These vagabond shoes are long and stray, right through the very heart of it, or however it went. Don't lose myself in these busy streets and pray that the answers I'm looking for are out there. And if they're not, maybe I'll at least find some amusement or blood instead. Oh, time to do what we usually do, and that's randomly choose this, you know, thing. No, I don't want to be part of your goddamn intro. Look, can I be empowered for one? Well, I don't want to be part in the interview because camera shyness. We can't be on the camera. You know, we saw this thing with Dakota, and if it's, as I'm going around circles on behalf of the court wasn't stressful enough, maybe if I visited some quiet neighborhood would help clear my head. Prince Cat, though. What if neither of these ones look familiar? A lot of the other ones have been familiar, but this not so much. Anyway, let's go investigate, shall we? There it is, that distinct vibe of Manhattan's residential area. And hey, we're outside what's-his-face's house, supposedly. Or at least this screen, anyway. The thin blood primogen. Whatever happened to him? Sniff. And was but stick for Sam Casserole, dropping the surroundings a heavenly aura. Casserole? That atmosphere of desolation makes it feel more like purgatory, though. There's not a single soul in sight, and oh crap. Oh god, voices. How would you think on that? I thought I'm alone after all. Some guy had exerted himself climbing a nearby tree. Fucking. Oh, cat, right. Makes sense. Okay. Sometimes we take a step into the shadows to remain outside his line of sight, but I can barely see anything from where I stand. Yeah, let's call him out so he falls out of the tree. Now let's move closer. Right. Why not? No reason to stay low. Man, before you're scrolling for more details. I move a few steps closer, keeping to the shadows. Good while I can hear his heavy panting. I want to deal with this oak isn't even that tall. Sure looks like it's the first time the guy even tried climbing a tree. It's a long time for the mysterious trespasser to steady his breath and carry on. Soon across the trees crowned the dim street lights before the face of a young guy in his early 20s. He has this spectacular night sky with his exaggerated tormented romantic gaze. He truly looks like a hero be fading in the cover of a Harlequin paperback. He ties up one of the longer branches. It seems stirring up and nearly reaches a narrow window on the second floor. Still, the guy is hesitant. Alright, no biggie, just eyes on the prize. Moves her steps along branch, his feet stepping every other step on his way to the window. Some his spherical flute, he managed to keep his balance. Once he makes far enough, the branch slowly bends on his way. He nears down, probably calculating chances to make it over to the windowsill. My guy, if you pull this off, it'll be a legit miracle. What? Is somebody there? Ah, shit, should have been more careful. Just perhaps pivots rapidly, startled by the sound of my voice. Just as he noticed me, he loses footing and dives straight into the front yard of the nearest house. Well, that's a thing. Oh, shit. Dives to the ground with a muffled thump. Lucky for him, the lawn has been trimmed for one. The tall grass cushions his landing somewhat. Since he recovers, the guy gets up and starts slipping toward the fence. Tries to climb over, but quickly ends up back on the ground, clenches his leg in pain. Turns to me and starts begging under his nose. Hey you, out shit. Please, I'm hurt. Do me a solid and open the gate. Well, if it's anger to us, he's not going to get out of this mess on his own, and it's not like I'm particularly law-abiding. We could leave him, we could let the residents know he's ill, or fuck it. So why shouldn't I help him? Just stay where you are, don't move. I don't know how to... And shut the fuck up, relax, I got this. 2 swift bouncy steps reach the front gate hours this thought, but it's not like that ever stopped me before. Once I'm sure no one could see my focus my strength for the game prior to the quiet crack announces that the lock is given in. Strategy goes as smoothly as it ever could. Again, quickly, take the guy by his arm and help him slowly limp out of the front yard. That guy from a few steps later leans against the fence with noticeable relief. Ouch, thanks man, I really appreciate it. How are you doing up there? Well, this is embarrassing. One falling on your ass like that. Chuckle slightly, it's up the window the same way he was trying to reach him moments ago. They're going to sound pathetic as hell, but my crush lives in this house. Her shithead father kinda hates my gut, so we get together in secret. Oh god, one of these situations. Because of her faults and agony, she can't seem to make up her mind about what she's supposedly told me to not swing by her house, but oh god, this is gonna affect our mindset, isn't it? But you thought it was a good idea to climb up the walls of her keep like a goddamn Prince Charming, break her neck in her front yard. Or you mark where it gets to him. Yeah, but what can I do? Give up on her? When in my heart of hearts, I know she loves me just as much as I love her. Shit, man. It ain't easy being this cheesy. God, that's a great line. It ain't easy being this cheesy. That does. Well. Oh, it's so tempting too. Just nom. Yep, yeah, I like this idea. Tough shit, pal. Think fast. I pick up a round pebble and toss at the window. I like my ideas, Hill. I could have nommed him, but I pick up a round pebble and toss at the window. In a few seconds, it opens with the... Opens with the creak of a wooden frame, followed by the muffled by an undeniable happy voice of the resident. Oh god, his name's Prince. Prince, what are you doing downhill? I told you. Oh, babe, I have something important to tell you. Can we talk for a moment? Says Vincent, but quickly jumps back into her room. Break a leg, little boy? Maybe not literally this time. Not so much gradually were frantically dusting his jacket off. He made himself with a surprise rendezvous. I gave him a casual salute and leave. Well, I just hear smooching coming from the front yard. Wait. How? Oh, I guess she came downstairs, because I was like, wait, how are they smooching when she's still up there and he's down there? This is why I've only a little. Well, we did a good thing. My peeping eye scores now a victory. What a cute story, heartwarming, nostalgic. Just a bad too cliche still for my writing. What, you don't write anymore? Yeah, but it's not like you'd simply stop thinking like a writer. Eh. But for now, let's just start heading downtown. Or sudden the world ends. Well, that's a thing. Everything stops and lost in the darkness. There's not even a heartbeat to guide me. It's like sleep paralysis, except it feels as if I'm suddenly woke from a reality instead of a dream. Seems I react the same way I used to react whenever I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, but not able to move or speak, I just wait for it to pass. But instead of slowly gaining control, I just see a bizarre room emerge from the darkness. Just look at her, flesh refusing its fate. Oh, it is. It's not the one you were looking for, is it? Who the hell are you, even? Well, that's his thing. Sorry, I'm trying to manage multiple things at once. Probably isn't the best. They're like a lamb to slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before it, the shearers did not open his mouth. He's unrighteous. Not even one there is none who understands, there is none who seeks for God. All have turned aside, together they have become useless. If anyone curses Father or Mother, he must be put to death. Raging waves of the sea foaming up their own shame, wandering stars for whom is reserved for the blackness of darkness forever. For we wrestle against flesh and blood, against the rose of darkness of this world, against spiritual weakness in high places. Every day shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. When I come on this darkness, there's also many feel that might be impossible to become the normal me again. And instead the shadows return to normal, I will let my consciousness be tried somewhere else, somewhere between the worlds. Well, this is awkward. Something like this, wherever this is. Yeah, where are we? This is the first time that fear has come true. Are you afraid? It's a bad idea to answer, don't do it. Yes, gravity did it. Bahaha, excellent. Excellent. I need to sit in this chair. I think I need to sit in this chair. Apparently we need to sit in this chair. Gosh, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know. Sit in the chair. Still in the lean years of unwatered join the rest. However, the path is open, a path of obligation. Liability and death will be repaid one day. When she asks you what brought you here, let your response be a scent of death. Suddenly feel my mind beginning to drift away from her, and I'm slowly starting to gain control over my thoughts. No, you aren't. Yes, I am. Fine, think whatever you want. I myself a darker and leaning against a wet cold brick wall. I think I'm conscious again back from wherever it was. Way by an unfamiliar place, but let's just hope it's still New York City. From the shadows to see where I am, I saw a light above my head and momentary blinds because we didn't seem to raise my hand. I'm sure I hit some sort of garbage bag with my hand and fell to the floor along with a metallic ding. Hey, did we find Tamika just randomly? We might have found her just randomly. Or someone, anyway. What the fuck? A woman. Her hand grabbed my clothes. She brutally drags me closer. One of my hands already above my head raised up. Easy, peace, I mean you no harm. How long have you been here? I don't know, I've got no idea what I'm doing here, or generally, but it's like sometimes the force I control figure out how to control me. What are you, a junkie? No, you're kindred. Yeah. You're shit together, damn it. Jerry Zawinski, the representative of the Somber, New York City. Camarillo? Uh-huh, Camarillo investigator. If you came here to catch me, you're gonna be so you tried, Mr. Sombra. No, stop right there. I wasn't ordered to catch her, but I'm in fact just investigating Douglas Callahan's death. It surprises her, she loses her grip slightly. Callahan is dead? Nothing left but a rotten carcass and a musty robe. Oh, we damned. I've been off the grid for too long. What brought you here? Maybe from a different world pops in my head. Yeah, I think I know the right answer. Oh, so the spirits just randomly took me places. Right. Scent of death. She lets me go. I rub my eyes and finally I get a good look at her face. She definitely seems like a gang girl or something. She's gorgeous, judged by her nomadic clothes and particularly fierce. She's probably an outlander. Wait, what the fuck's an outlander? Oh. Oh. That. Game, don't do that to me. Let's toss up this term, but yet then the dictionary was just the clan. For our sakes, clan gang is made up of those who have fallen through the cracks of society. Oh, the crew's neighborhood's home, and they consider this a point of pride. They'll share domains and follow no friends. Yeah, because they just decided to go up. Back to being isolated on their own for some reason. Clan races from the ranks of those who have already spilled blood and had their blood spilled. Who have survived the harsh conditions, who have fought against horrible odds and still come out in time. Prison gang leaders, vagrants, and other kind who have seen the dark sides of this world. First, told you to see one who breaks his mode and pursues knowledge or influence instead. You mean like Beckett? When the gang grew, respect is everything and it's always earned. No killing commonly referred to as wolves, pharaohs, and outcasts, so if you want to piss them off, animals, strays, or savages. Well, we talk, you and I. Yeah, sure, what's your name? Ah, there, Tamika, the one we're looking for, potentially. Alright, good. My heart would skip a beat right now. Tamika, I guess once again, someone out there led me to the proper path. Yeah, sure. I pass the cigar as I'm standing in something wet. Something that smells tasty. My fiancé a pot of water mixed with blood. I get. What are these guys? First light? High-powered guns and expensive-looking outfits, flashbangs, tasers. All chosen specifically to combat the undead. I recognize that equipment from some horror stories I've heard. First light, SI. Years ago come, whatever they call themselves. They'll plead out the same, usually before I have the chance to ask them a single question. Unfunded inquisitors. Some claim they're connected to the U.S. government, some claim they're supported by the anti-kindred faction, the Holy. See, some have even wider theories. You did this all by yourself? Have you seriously seen nothing? Nothing at all? Check my head. Believe it or not, I have no idea how I got here. I just kind of let the shadows guide me. I don't know something. I don't actually talk to any of you. I know what you guys can actually do. I'm learning the ropes myself. Go with the flow and all that. My embrace was just a few months ago. Huh. You've also with Ivy Tower now? Last I checked, you were with that. Finally! God, this took me for. Been waiting for this forever. They didn't even bring it up once in Coteries of New York. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Savant has dreamers said that fully enjoys the predatory tendencies, doesn't think highly of mortals. Largely believed to be embroiled in bringing about an eschatological vampire on vampire conflict known as the Gehenna War. They were driven away from the West for the last few decades. Heard that New York City used to be Sabaka Jordan until 1999. Yeah, it sort of used to be. Then Voodoo Lack got his ass kicked, and well, I guess there were the Giovanni, but no Giovanni were Giovanni. There were some Sabat Nosferatu that also got in the way. Not sure who else was in that. Oh wait, the Ventru, right. And then the song from my clan used to be the thinkers behind those whackers, but we've since thrown a lot in with the Camarilla. Doesn't say where the Sabat have gone. Mostly they're driven away from the West over the last few decades. So, question mark. I think what it says in Bloodlines, like, they had ties in Washington, D.C. and some other places. Mostly on the east, I believe. Check you were the Camis wouldn't forgive all the trouble you caused them overnight. You can practically still near it, and hey, we haven't even read about that. Near a teenager in kinder terms, knows more than a fledgling, but still relatively newly embraced. I'm one and I'll be a few decades before I grow out of these shoes. Indeed. I just know there's a lot bad road between my clan and the others and that against, but at least one glare of pure contempt whenever I visit Elysium. Huh, I see. Smoke silence for a short while. Not a large SI presence in New York City. Getting reclassified as terrorist presence. There's no open American city that was hit as hard by terrorism as this one. Fail. All secret agencies need symbolic victories, you do the math. Still taking these guys on here of all places? As you can see all around you. Aren't they extremely dangerous? What's got me for good last year took me a few weeks to get back in action. Why are you doing this? Those motherfuckers have an unfortunate tendency to hurt people I care about. My brothers, my sisters. See. I always notice it, but here, funny enough, they only seem to target marginalized and radicalized kindred. Once the Coterie pose a threat to the current order. Meanwhile, the establishment in New York City hasn't really changed. Ever since Calibro stepped down, quite the opposite. Every SI raid in the city has only strengthened the old paradigm. Makes you think that they go with something other than protecting citizens from the blank body menace. Tamika throws his cigarette into the bottle and finishes the cushion under a hill. Jarvis has difficulty smokers, like she only tried it a few times. She saw me carrying a package, decided to try to calm her nerves after the battle. Maybe she just wanted skills to make her conversation less awkward. Who knows? So you plan to snitch on me, Shadow Girl? Why would I do that? Look at this shit, you really think I'm dumb enough to believe that for 1 second that camera investigator would just so happen to stumble into the alley where I just killed a bunch of SI motherfuckers. So you're the one who's dumb, sister. It's not a new show, I mean business, just like I showed Natasha yesterday. Look, I couldn't give 2 shits whether you killed 1 or a dozen. Or 1,000 SI operatives, whatever. Do you think? Or do you think he might have been involved in a murder that actually concerns me, Callahan's murder? What are you talking about? Found this on his body, well, what remained of it. I show her the note, she tries to grab it to read it, but I don't let her. Aside from your name, we've got Hope, Bagland, to Angela. You know them? Passingly. Well, Callahan would need a list of all of your names. Why, know why? Yeah. Do you? Absolutely. Do you know a man going by the name of Torque? Huh. Of course I do. Do you know about his connection to Boss Callahan by proxy to this list of me? No, I'm all ears. Which bad because it's classified intel, sister. What do you mean by classified? Not free. How great is it? I weren't position 2 or could afford any sort of quid pro quo, but fine, let's hear it. What do you want? She motions towards the bodies. Kill too many of these assholes to tighten the screws as is, and you would say no longer safe for someone like me. Well, not like that ever was. I'm bracing for something unreasonable. When he's way out of the city, you offer that to me, I can give you the intel you need. How would you look at that? Well, we are basically in charge of managing the vampire in and out. I meant to mention that probably a few episodes ago. It's like, who's managing the whole vampire in and out of the city while we're doing this investigation? Because isn't that supposed to be our job? That we basically greet people who come into the city, document them down, and document the people that leave the city? That's sort of our job. But no, we've been just assigned to investigators. So who's been doing our overjob? That's something I can handle, actually. Anyway, she raises her eyebrows. That's a surprising compliment for a practically still neonate. Something of an immigration officer. She gotta say he's awfully close to a cop. Almost as bad a bureaucrat. Oh god. Our secret path that would lead you to the West Coast. 100% safe travel, and if you took it, you'd be untraceable. It's obviously good to be true. What's the catch? Why don't you see how much it cost? The reason I know this route is because it's a certain Nazi criminal group reached out to me on account of my position, offered a mutually beneficial deal regarding illegal kindred travel. By the way, that made sense. Of course, every clan Nostro. The clan of the hidden or the untouchables of the world. Lepers, sewer rats, carnies, scabs, orlocks. Embraced by a Nostro to result in extreme disfigurement and nasty side effects without blood. The protesters get men bertie fats, cancer growth, or horrible injuries, but the Nosferatu are by default the most compassionate of the kindred. Probably due to the humiliations they suffer on a daily basis. To blend in, some call no. I don't think I've ever met a compassionate Nosferatu, really. Outside of this. And Bloodlines, they were all sort of dicks. Some call on the blood to wheel the borrowed faces of victims to vanish altogether. Or to vanish altogether. I would get very, very good stagecraft costumes for a stay at the makeup. Don't really good for they offer me the only thing they can buy me, a lot of cash. Fine then, money's not an issue. Not something I never had a chance to ever say in earnest. Okay then. Okay, where's the deal for who scratches whose back first? Promise my question for good while starting maybe before she decides on a response. Have you met Turk before? Of course, have you investigation before? One, two, but on the anode side, I managed to meet Mia, and she was keen on the idea of the two of us meeting. Ah yes, Mia. Especially betrayed, she's got some vicious stories to tell. But if you need for to divulge them, too bad. Maybe it could be a bonding experience. Here's the thing, a few months ago, Torque and I were together, a lot of things happened. And long story short, I no longer feel close to him, but from what I know, he still feels close to me. Back when I thought there might be something between us, I gave him a ring and sent. That's a lot of sentimental value to me, and since these days sentimental is all that keeps me going, I want it back. So my suggestion is tell towards people I sent you to get inside the space of operations. Me up with him, ask him your questions, and convince him to give me my ring back. You get to Intelcom, then I get to have my ring back. Then you hear my side of the story, then I get to say with your help. Everybody wins, more than once. So, worry about me and just because I tell them you sent me? Oh well, trust me. That still seems sus, that's what's gonna let me in. Sounds too easy, what caused the two of you to drift apart? And we're just bold differences in worldview. I assume so, but that's a different answer. I couldn't involve myself in the relationship drama too as there was something more to go on. Where are you? Yeah. Spit towards Calvary. Others have become an element of this Calvary crafted and projected image having me as a radical partner allowed him to present himself as a mediator while paying lip service to the revolutionary ideas. A mediator, that's the trait for a century. For you, everyone should be a middleman these days, and nobody wants to do what's right. Seriously, why would I hear about talk from that and Sarah that you talk about him like he's the second coming of Mao? If you ever seen that, it's only because from time to time people like me pushed him into doing an uneasy thing. Ever heard of the Zone Wolf and the Northern Fox? They want to eat you for dinner, but only the Zone Wolf makes it immediately opposite. The tricky Northern Fox makes eyes and allows you to pet him before taking a bite. Of course, you bring animals into this, gangrels and all that. Turk loves to surround himself with Northern Foxes. They chuck at compromises. They seem reasonable compared to the opposition, but at the end of the day, they have eyes on the same prize: power. Pins gives me a foreboding feeling, but I can't quite nail down why. Alright, tell me where to go, and I'll tell you where we'll meet later. ... Just chilling torch when suddenly, we're still going apparently. When suddenly a shrill, loud voice pierced my eardrums. And what the hell are you doing here? Hi, Mia. Yeah, it's the pissy lady from Torch Center Circus. I'm here to see Torque. Figure as much. You should have gone through security first. Get out. What if he tells me to stay? Fat chance, move your ass before I throw you out. Oh, Torque no longer got his hat. He also changed his jacket. Mia, it's okay. Now we was walking through the door. One of the most infamous New York City barons, or some people start calling them. I won't count him as a baron of New York City. No, to the music's been loud and but it's a actually music. Of course it's not. Of course it's master volume. Because why would the music be affected by the music volume? I hate that. We talked about this. The situation's a little different now. Tamika sent her. What bullshit? I was able to track her down for weeks. Oh, I did. Guess what? It took me one night, you clown. I know this bitchy henchwoman for the week, so I can't but purr down to you. She's my hateful look, but Torque gestures out to stay quiet. There's a reason so, but not to get mad. Now, if you allow the two of us private conversation, well, I want to keep my eye on her. You will keep an eye on the exit, and that will be enough, please. Puts on his best authoritative tone and words. No protest this time. Mia leaves the room. Sorry about her. She can be overzealous, but usually that's not a bad thing. Yeah, sure. Associates told you I'd been trying to reach you for a few nights. I don't think so. Have you? Well, on the domestic court order to investigate Callahan's final death, so considering a connection to the case, I thought it would be prudent for us to talk. Ah, so that's you. Yeah, now you're pretty anxious. Now you're probably anxious to hear about Tamika. Surprised you two know each other well. After we went through this investigation, anyway. So I was saying, I know you probably can't wait to hear about her, but I'd like to ask you a few questions first. At least he's being reasonable. Like, honestly, he's probably one of the most reasonable anarchs we've ran into. Even back in Coteries of New York. I understand. Do your job. You know Douglas Callahan? Of course he does. Of course I did. We were both barons, kept having professional obligations to meet each other, but that was it. What's your private opinion of him? There was everyone else's. Erased the clan. Mentally stuck in the 19th century. You spent too much time keeping the anodes down. Glad it's gone. You're glad he managed to find no death. Well, you know what they say. Hate to see you go, love to watch you leave. You're the first candidate who saw his corpse. I was, but the schools who found it, by the way, establishes that some of them tampered with the crime scene. They were properly disciplined for that. I'm very sorry, let's move on. What's your appetite for that night? None. I was running around town the entire night taking care of various issues. I'm related to Cowhand, but I don't intend to divulge them to someone from the Ivory Tower. Is there no interest in proving yourself innocent? My official position was made clear. It was the Camarero who was to blame. It's your job to prove me wrong. Cool, I'm back, at least for one. So I can face a problem that can be solved with pure logic, not politics. Okay, face a problem that can be solved with pure logic, not politics. Any findings on your side I should know of? Ask me, she's the one who ended the murder scene. I'm not privy to all the details. Hope to answer Agathon, ain't I who those people are? Can't recall, sorry. The evidence I found suggests a potential link between Cowhand and Mika. Any clue? I knew both of them well, but as far as I know, they've never met. That's it. Well, I'm not sure why I expected he's the kind of guy that can only be pushed to talk about something concrete to push him with. And time to move on. Well, regarding Tamika, finally, I'll go straight to the church. You went to form your ship with Skippy Tower for a while. That's how she's hiring a trail and she needs to lose them ASAP. I've told her countless times if she's in danger, I'll always be there for her. Does she think she can find a way out of the city in this situation? Oh, does she think? She's safe. So you say. She's got some other friends in high places. She'll manage to get out. I mean, that's not why I expected to heal or why I wanted to heal. Why did she decide to contact me? She wants her ring back. So I'll change the blink of an eye. Ah, I see now. So that's why she jumped show up herself. Winning the face when and delivering the final insult. Looks like I stepped on a landmine. She said the ring was a symbol of the trust she put in me. No way in hell I'm going to give it away. Not until she gives me the chance to explain myself. Neither indicated to me to talk, but with the way he's acting, it doesn't seem like he'd willing to part with it. I'm coming to add shade, but maybe time to change my approach. So we can lie through our teeth. This was probably a trade choice. No, we're gonna be brutally honest. F it. Add that to our traits. Honesty is the best policy. Fuck it, here we go. That's obviously the hottest new thing in town. People like you, people follow you. You're set to be the anarch people think of when they think of New York City. Good for you. But you're obviously way behind it when it comes to understanding relationships. Tamika gave it a serious try. She understood her path. She understood yours. She realized, though, diametrically opposed. And that's that. Not going to change her mind by acting like a toxic shithead and forcing her to come cooperative for you. If she wants to get back something that has value, has a great sentimental value to her. You turn her to trust again, don't act like a power-tripping asset. Show you're capable of responding to concerns, and you're capable of being selfless. That's the only thing you can do to change your mind. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. Man, fuck me, my big mouth. Ugh. Approaches the door and throws it wide open. Yeah. Yes, boss. We're done here. Lead the lady out as quickly as possible. Yes, boss. A lot of things I'd say to describe his behavior, but I don't want to cause a diplomatic incident. Nothing. Going. Thank you for your time. Tell her I'll show what she's for. Tell her I'll prove myself over that ring if it's the last thing I do. However, I myself be let out of the video by Mia. Now, Mr. Farrell, turn to me and tell her the bad news. Find her already waiting in front of the Jewish Museum. How'd it go? And let me put it this way, I'm not surprised you dumped him. So, you did not succeed. Now I got man and started yelling about how you will yet prove himself to be worth it like everything ran me out of the building. And apparently she's amused. She's trying to stop herself from laughing. What's so funny? Nothing, I'll be honest, I kinda expected that. It's nice to get definite confirmation. He's still very toxic asshole, that's all. I'm glad I fell for the overstrict in the book would be cool. For once, a candidate tell me to do one thing didn't mean I know the thing entirely. I know, man, I wanted to be sure of something, and now I am. As far as I'm concerned, you kept your end of the bargain. It's time to repay the favor. Last year, sir, By the way, fledgling. Baby vampire, one so new who has figured out so little they still need those sides for death. My status of fledgling was cut short by a counter-swift departure. I had to learn the ropes on my own, and most of those lessons weren't pleasant. We also skipped most of that. Yeah. Remember the certain fledgling? We're not going to specify if they were Ventru, Tortor, or Bruja. There's a build a coterie that she found on Karen. That's the list they've got. That makes it sound almost like maybe that fledgling murdered Callahan. But that would be a quite step up now, wouldn't it? Now, wouldn't it indeed? Why am I switching to Mr. Artorio's voice? It's not like he had anything to do with that, now did he? Contact each of us, they found themselves in deep shit. SI, Kaiser, Sophie, likely some shadow players manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Then they disappeared. Kaiser, that name keeps popping up once again. Can't be a coincidence. Yeah, Kaiser would probably be good for evidence if we could find him. No one knows where or why, doesn't really matter. They want to punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine, despite all odds. In case talk on above too, that's how I met him. After he got hurt, don't want to say how. Claimed to convert anyone who knew in danger. What happened, it gave him the drive and the desire for change. For 2 months he was a beautiful kindred, plain simple. Suddenly something in him snapped over his side. Overnight his tone mellowed out, his actions became timid, his language became more befitting for a political science student than a charismatic leader. Soon he met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but I had no idea who that was. I was probably Ontario, putting the pieces back together. When I found him when he went out, I saw him scheming the dots for Callahan. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my way out. And that was that. I understand. I don't know, earlier might have confronted the past of him and learned something more. Never told me of all kindred. What makes you think he would have told you? And she's got a point, I suppose. Right, thank you. Now it's my turn. Here's your way out. Point the manhole below our feet. Use a map of the sewers, follow the route, then burn it. You'll be looking for a one-eyed Nosferatu wearing tactical gear. Tell him I sent you. They gave him the agreed upon amount of money. What kind of route would I be taking anyway? An orange van for purchased coffins. My man knows how to arrange them to allow for unnoticed steps to cargo. Face darkened. The circulatory system? What do you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want. One way or another, at least tonight, one of the routes will be used for something good. She drops the shores and resignation opens up the manhole cover. Fine, for a matter. If it doesn't work, we're back to your doorstep with a vengeance. It's the last thing I do. Sure, we'll work out just fine. Just beware of a giant albino ghoul alligator or oh god, no, not that thing. I thought that thing was dead. Giant albino ghoul alligator in the sewers. To Mikaro's eyes. Sewer ghoul alligator, for your information, it's just a story New York kindred. Tell to neonates to mess with them while they're still gullible enough to believe anything they help out their new world. Well, that made sense, I suppose. Right, I remember that thing. It should be dead. Why is it not dead? Well, this is goodbye. If in a few months you hear the first light presence in Los Angeles has been decimated, now you're going to Los Angeles, are you? Soon as it's against all odds, I'm still alive and kicking. You keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross the line of no return, you know. Trying to take it easy for a while. Don't tell my brothers and sisters in blood stop being slaughtered. Care about what's that's why humanity by turning a blind eye on kindred in need would be even less human. That's the kind of person she is, and probably will be until the very end. Must be comforting, in a way, to know how your path will end, yet to follow it all the same. I could never do that. Here's some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we were lucky enough to be born to a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might still find salvation. If only I could believe it. That's better the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? I think I have a pretty good nose for people's auras, so when I take a good look at you, it's about controlling anger that might get out of hand if you get a whiff of power. It's not much, just a hunch, but you seem prone to giving into the camera's empty promises of safety and their petite bourgeois values. I think I should take offense to that. I hope you do. That will reflect on you. Well, in any case, whatever happens. See you in your next life, Julia. Safe travels to me, I hate that phone. I skipped tonight's visit to the church. Not in the mood to see Benoit. I'm still embarrassed about yesterday's outburst. And I'm kind of pissed now of the clan notice in Chicago about to be applied to any of my fucking reports. No advice, no feedback, nothing. I feel like I was left utterly alone. Besides, it's late. I always get back to the apartment early in the morning, right before it gets bright. It's getting risky to be out here so close to sunrise. Accidents can happen. Yeah, we should probably get back before we, burn to death. I tried to get back early tomorrow night. Attempt to surprise Dakota, yeah. I'm back. Yay. How's work, old cop? I managed to get my deadlines postponed. All clients are cancelling and delaying orders left and right. Huh. Does mean you have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? We'll see. Perfect, alright. Disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey, yeah? I love you. Oh. An uneasy science festival. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? No, I have to. I didn't lie to the burn of New York City. I'm not. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. I know. Wow, that is the most half-assed answer that you could put in that situation. I'm pretty sure if we said lies, we would have put I love you too. Wow, that says a lot, doesn't it? That one cuts a bit deep. She flashes a sad forced smile as I leave to rest. Damn it, game. But anyway, time to rest and end the video probably. And of course we're back though. Wait, this isn't the scene for that though. This is not the big beat burger scene. Ah, jeez. Honestly, it's the best policy though. Oof. Anyway, before my mental state processes all that, let's end the video. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Or night. Until next time. Still, that's a bit painful. Oh yeah, I know. It's one of those answers that I've probably heard several times before. Because it's a very neutral answer, basically. Because it doesn't confirm anything. But doesn't deny anything either. Suppose it is probably the most honest answer, though. Anyway, next time.